is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Tough road trip behind him. The Halos are happy to be back home. It is a 6-game homestand beginning tonight. The division rival Texas Rangers in town for the first of 3 this evening. As we take a look at the American League West standings, the Angels with the loss yesterday, and Oakland winning against the Boston Red Sox. The Halos now 6 games back of the Athletics, while the Texas Rangers start the day at 9.5 back. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Tonight, Garrett Richards on the hill, and he's been spectacular since that short outing he had against the Oakland A's at the Coliseum, and has some familiarity, if you will, against the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, early in this year, in May, early part of May, Victor, he threw the ball well. Not necessarily his best stuff, but he still competed so well against him, put up some pretty good numbers against Texas in that game. Went 6 innings, did give up 9 hits, 3 runs, but 9 punch-outs. When you talk about his last 3 starts, just 1 earned run in his last 21 innings, only 3 walks, 24 punch-outs. And then take a look at our AT&T U versus Rewind going back to that game against the Rangers. We'll show you why he was able to get that W, because he had good enough stuff to challenge some very good fastball hitters, especially going down in the strike zone. Some ugly, unusual looks, especially from Adrian Beltre dealing with that fastball 95 to 97. His slider's been very good. His curveball was very good in that game. He has that ability when he doesn't have maybe his best slider or best curveball to make adjustments with his other pitches. His fastball is as good as anybody in baseball, 95 to 97 with great movement, either sink or cut.
Oh, Garrett will be opposed by an old friend of ours, Joe Saunders, the lefty, is on the hill for the Texas Rangers. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. So sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
drive or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, just how I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me.
Oh, it is Cowboy Hat giveaway night here at the Big A. The first of three against the visiting Texas Rangers in town. Good crowd expected, already filing in on this Friday night. As Zach Brown, fan, brings us back here. The Halos wearing their alternate red tops, and they continue to do that both at home and on the road. And Garrett Richards taking the mound. We'll see what the Angels could do here at home and try to right this ship after a very tough road trip. Last time they were here, they took 5 of 6. They could certainly use that before they head out on the road once again next weekend, take on a very difficult and tough Kansas City Royals team. Let's take a look at Ron Washington starting 9 for the Texas Rangers, who somehow decimated with injuries. It's still 2 games under 500 at 35 and 31. We'll have LEONYS Martin leading things off at center. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. SHIN-SOO the DH. Adrian Beltre at third base. Alex Rios at right. Brad Snyder the first baseman. Robinson Chirinos is the catcher. Michael Choice at left. And Luis Sardinas will get to start over at second base. Take it on, Garrett. Comes into this one with a 6-2 record and a 2.87 ERA.
Well, we talked about how well he has thrown of late. Last 3 starts, absolutely outstanding. Great season so far. 6-2 with an ERA 2.87 for Richards. But his keys against this Texas ball club: feel for the slider, throw that and establish that slider for strikes early on, and fastball inside and out. Run that fastball in against some tough right-handed batters that open up that outer part of the plate and finish them off with either your fastball or breaking ball, slider, curveball combo.
The Halos defensively behind Richards. You have Josh Hamilton in left, Mike Trout at center, Collin COWGILL in right. The infield consists of David Freese, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols from third to first. Chris Sinetta behind the plate.
And Mike Trout out in center field has done an outstanding job. That's his 65th start at his 72 games in center field. He's had 2 outfield assists this year, which is a career high. Wearing those new shoes. Mike Trout shoes. Very select company as far as getting that opportunity to have those shoes made in your name.
Yep. They are interesting. And we asked him about the red ones with the highlighter yellow. And he says, dude, I'm not wearing the highlighter yellow. I'm not that fast to wear the highlighter yellow.
He is that fast.
And I said, you are. I said, you got to show us something. And he said, no, I'm just going to play it low key. And
that's
go
him.
with these.
That is him, though, you know.
Yep. They are pretty cool. Tonight's first pitch is going to be delivered by the UPS store. LEONYS Martin ready to step in. 264 batting average, 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And he will look at a strike. That is Chad Fairchild calling the balls and strikes tonight. Vic Carapaz at first, Bill Miller at second, Mike Everett at third base. Veteran upbringing crew. LEONYS fouls this one off his ankle.
Boy, that fastball had some movement. 97. Here with 3-1 in his career versus the Rangers with an ERA at 4.58.
Martin last year 260 average for Texas. 8 home runs, 49 RBIs. As he chops this one to second. Good speed for Martin. So Howie comes charging in, fires the first, and there's the first down of the ball game.
And I like what Garrett's been doing of late. Not wasting that 3rd or 4th pitch to get it out. He got ahead 0-2 and finished off Martin, who's a very good hitter, who's had some good swings in his career versus the Angels.
So the first batter retired, and that'll bring up Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. 268 average for Andrus. A couple of home runs, 17 runs batted in. He swung the bat a little bit better of late. Has 18 doubles. This is the Texas team that, ranking 6th in runs scored. Batting average still pretty good for a ball club that has, as we pointed out, been hampered by injuries. There's Ron Washington, the manager. They are 2nd in the American League in team batting average at 264.
And they will run. There's no question.
Yep. 50 stolen bases. That puts them 4th in the American League. But no Prince Fielder in the lineup. No Mitch Moreland. Both out for the season. Fielder with a neck injury. Required surgery. Moreland with an ankle injury that required season-ending surgery. Their pitching staff's been decimated as well. But you start hearing rumblings about Ron Washington as potential manager of the year candidate just because he's been able to keep this patchwork together.
And what he says and makes his team do. He basically says, okay, everyone deals with injuries. We've had a lot, some catastrophic injuries, but the reality is we have to play baseball.
Full count now, Andrews. 3-2 is missed inside. He walked him.
Well, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
So 1 out walk puts a man on, and Garrett still wants to know where that pitch was at. Brings up Shin-Soo Choo.
See if it gets the lower part of the strike zone, and it definitely does. A lot of it.
Andrews with 16 stolen bases has been caught 5 times.
Boy, as a team, Texas has been caught stealing 29 times.
Choo fouls off the first offering. Free agent signing in the offseason. When we last saw him, he was batting in the leadoff spot for Texas. 49 games in that leadoff spot. This is his 18th in the 3-hole. .253 average overall. 6 home runs, 26 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a great slider once again from Richards.
Choo got off to a good start. .319 average in April. It dipped down a little bit to .279 in the month of May, but he's at just .132 in the month of June. 7 for 53. .0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Just blew the fastball right by him. Down goes Choo. 2 down.
Yeah, not wasting pitches, going right after a very good fastball hitter and challenge it with a great fastball. Boy, right by him. Inner part of the plate.
So Andrews still at first base, and up steps Adrian Beltre, third baseman. .308 average for Beltre. 8 home runs, 35 RBIs. And he will look at a strike. He is the team leader at home runs, runs batted in, and overall just the team leader on this Texas Rangers squad.
That's a good point, Victor. You're exactly right on that. A team leader.
I'll check in on Andrews. Easily back. Beltre with 6 runs batted in over his last 6 games. Always tough against the Angels. 0-1. This one's fouled off to the right. It's an 0-2 count now. You know what? With each passing day, with each passing hit, Adrian Beltre starting to climb the ladder of potential Hall of Fame candidacy. 2,495 career hits.
I agree, especially with his glove. He takes out the third base.
Down and away. It's 1-2. Beltre now in his 4th season with Texas. 30 home runs, 92 RBIs last year. Behind the count at 1-2 with 2 outs. Andrews looks like he wants the run. He takes off. The pitch is down low. So it's a stolen base for Elvis Andrews. 17th of the year. And a 2-2 count here on Beltre.
Big jump by Andrews, anticipating a breaking ball, and got one in the dirt. No chance for Iannetta to throw out Andrews.
Two on the way. This one's lifted on the first base side, headed toward the seats.
Somebody tried to make a catch with his cowboy hat. Didn't work.
Adrian Beltre, where he ranks as far as a third baseman in Major League Baseball history. George leading the charge with 3,154.
First three are already in the Hall of Fame. Chipper Jones on his way to the Hall of Fame. Buddy Bell, a very good player himself.
Swing and foul back. He ran that fastball in on him. It got Iannetta and the home plate umpire Chad Fairchild. So the count remains at 2-2. Beltre will at least end up with 400, maybe 450 home runs in his career. He's at 384 now. Elvis Andrus with a one-out walk and a stolen base in scoring position. No score with 2 outs here in the first. Garrett about to throw his 19th pitch here in the first. That's a full count.
Well, ahead of the count 0-2, and he's seemed to be overthrowing that slider he's been so consistent with of late.
No decision for Richards the last time out. That was at Atlanta. No runs, 4 hits in 6 innings. New career high in strikeouts with 10. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Beltre. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Richards as Texas leaves a man in scoring position. Well, head to the bottom of the first. Cowgill, Trout, and Pujols coming up for the Halos. Richards as we take a look at Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Angels at 38-33 on the season, 6 back in the American League West. Collin Cowgill will lead things off at right. Mike Trout at center, Albert Pujols at first, Josh Hamilton at left, Howie Kendrick at second, Eric Aybar the shortstop, C.J. Crow in the DH today, David Freese at third, and Chris Iannetta rounding out that starting 9. And Chris is doing the catching as they take on the 33-year-old left-hander Virginia native and our old friend Joe Saunders.
Joe Saunders, very good competitor. 0-2 record this season. Fastballs 88-93. Slider, curveball, changeup. But the keys against Joe is you got to take away that sinker change combo. He loves to throw the sinker away, back it up with the changeup. If you swing at that pitch and chase, you're in trouble. Very important to use the whole field against Joe. Don't get into that pull mode. Use that whole field center the other way because he will live on the outer part of the plate.
Collin Cowgill ready to lead things off against Joe Saunders. Spent last year with the Seattle Mariners, an 11-16 record with a 5.26 ERA. The first one is upstairs. Cowgill hitting .285, 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in, 7 doubles. No triples as of yet. Got into the game late yesterday in Cleveland. That one's down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. The Angels 20-14 record here at home. Helped out with that last homestand, finishing off 5-1. Two-0 pitch. That's on the corner, 2-1. But another rough road trip. The Angels find themselves a game under 500 out on the road, and still trying to figure it out against the Western Division. 13-18 within their division. 2-1. This one's out towards center field, hit well. LEONYS Martin giving chase, not going to get there. It's off the wall. COWGILL on his way to second, hustling in there with a leadoff double.
Well, COWGILL now 5 for 9 in his career versus Joe Saunders. Almost hit his second career home run. That's a perfect swing. We talked about using that whole field. Had a fastball, this time was middle part of the plate, and used that whole field right off the wall in center field for a double for COWGILL. His 8th double of the season. Played well by Martin. If that gets away from him, that's an easy triple for COWGILL. Made it a close play at second.
Terrific throwing arm by Martin out in center field. So man in scoring position right from the get-go, and just like you pointed out, not trying to pull Joe Saunders. Just take what's given to you and go with it. Here's Trout. .311 average, 16 home runs, 54 runs batted in.
Well, a lot of room in left center field for Trout. He's been hitting the ball very well to right center, the center field. Big gap in left center field for him, especially with Saunders throwing the first pitch fastball in.
They wanted to appeal, he did not. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Trout yesterday extended his inning streak to 13 games with the 10th inning double. 19th of the year. There's the 1-1. This one's lifted foul and out of play.
We got our Hyundai key to the game. A little skid row. Sort of wasted time. No wasted time for the Halos here, especially after a tough loss. Get right back in. You look at the point of the schedule right now. C.J. Wilson said it best after the game. There's no more opportunities to waste games. You got to win them when you can. Hopefully get an early lead and then hold on to it tonight.
Coming back inside, and that's in off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
When you think about it, Victor, game 72 for the Halos tonight. You have 90 more games. You got to start getting those leads, maintaining those leads, and adding on.
Leadoff double for COWGILL. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. It bounces. And COWGILL's trying to take third base, and the throw from Robinson Chirinos right on the money. 1 down.
And so she's going to check and see if indeed that tag was made. I also thought that ball hit Trout. On the bounce, if it hits him, he would be awarded a hit by a pitch, but it doesn't look like Mike's questioning that.
Another look at it. Terrific throw by Chirinos, right on the money.
No question, he was out. Chirinos has one of the best throwing arms in the game. He's thrown out 44% of would-be base stealers.
That's called over-aggressiveness, especially with Trout at the plate. You're already in scoring position. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Got him on the inside corner. 2 outs.
Still getting back to that pitch that bounced to the ground by Saunders against Trout. A fastball on the inside part of the plate, no question, a strike at 92. But the way that ball, when it bounced at Trout, it almost looked it redirected. Again, if it hits Trout on the bounce, it's still a hit by pitch, and it's a dead ball at that point.
So 2 outs, bases cleared. Dalbert Pujols at the plate. Albert hitting .257, his 16 home runs, 44 runs batted in. A couple of hits yesterday. Ended up going 2 for 4. Picked up 2 big runs batted in. In that 10th inning, to no avail. The Angels dropped out. Angels throws out PUJOLS. The Angels lead off double and get nothing out of it here in the first. We'll head to the second, scoreless.
Coming up later in the game, we'll check out the news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. Something magical happened 34 years ago today for the Halos.
Looking forward to it. Top of the second inning with no score. Garrett Richards back to work. A couple of strikeouts and a walk in the first inning. He'll face Rios, SNYDER, and Chirinos. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a strike. Alex Rios, the right fielder. .319 average, 3 home run, 33 RBIs. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just off the plate. Good velocity for Garrett so far tonight. This one's fouled off to the right. Evens up the count. Rios in the first meeting against the Angels went 5 for 13. I'm not sure where that pitch was at, but that looked pretty good. Full count.
See if this pitch catches the outside corner. Earlier in the game, he had one hit the inside corner. That one does hit the outside corner, 98.
This one's out to center. Off the end of the bat, so Trout comes racing in. He makes the catch for the first out. We'd like to welcome those watching tonight's game on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. We thank you for your service to our country, and we welcome you to tonight's broadcast. Here's Brad SNYDER, the first baseman. Takes downstairs.
And one thing, Victor, that Garrett's going to have to do, Richard's going off the mound, go talk to the umpire at that point. Don't walk off the mound like that when you thought you hit a spot. He didn't call it. There's nothing that irritates a home plate umpire more when you do that. So there's ways to be able to get that pitch eventually in the game when you're hitting your spot. Jared Weaver does a good job, but just having a slight conversation with the home plate umpire as you walk off the field. Try not to show him up if you can.
SNYDER looks at a strike, and it's 2-1. "32-year-old veteran, 3 for 19 in the big leagues this year. Breaks his bat and rolls one over to second. 2 down. So here's the catcher, Chirinos. Robinson hitting .248, 6 home runs, and 20 runs batted in. We just saw him make a terrific play in the bottom of the first inning. "30 years of age, native of Venezuela, takes inside." Prior to this year, spent 13 games with Texas in the big leagues and 20 games in the big leagues with Tampa Bay back in 2011. Picked up in a trade with the Rays in April of last year. Richards trying to finish off a 1-2-3 inning. Two balls, one strike. Texas surprisingly is 3 games under 500 at home this year. 16-19. They're game over 500 out on the road. Sereno got jammed. It's a one-hopper to Eric Ibar. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. We'll head to the bottom of the second with Hamilton, Kendrick, and Ibar coming up in a scoreless tie. Later in the game, we'll bring you the AT&T fan photo of the game. Tweet us your photo using hashtag WestFanPhoto. It could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Joe Saunders faced a minimum 3 batters in the first inning. COLLIN COWGILL led off with a double off the wall in right center field. Got thrown out trying to advance on a ball in the dirt at third base. The Trout struck out. PUJOLS grounded out. It'll be Hamilton, Kendrick, and Ibar here in the second against Joe Saunders, who had 3 starts against the Angels last year as a member of the Mariners organization. And went 1-2 with a 2.86 ERA. 22 innings last year, 17 hits, 17 strikeouts. Joe's not known for being a strikeout pitcher at this stage of his career, as Hamilton takes off the plate. Not a complete overshift with Hamilton up, although Andrews shading him toward the middle. Beltre between short and third. This one's looped out toward right field. And that's going to get down for a base hit. So the leadoff man on board for the second straight inning. And up steps Howie Kendrick. Hey folks, tomorrow's another Saturday night spectacular fireworks show presented by Wells Fargo after the Angels take on the Rangers. Remember, tomorrow's game's at 7 o'clock. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. Tomorrow night's game will be seen on Fox Sports 1. Howie fouls it off to the right. Howie, a much better Indians series than he's had previously. Had been struggling through the month of June. Ended up going 6 for 13 against Cleveland. A couple of doubles, a home run, 2 runs batted in.
Well, everything was hit up the middle to right center field and hit hard.
His average up to 274 now. 4 home runs and 28 runs batted in. He raised that June average to 219. One ball, 2 strikes.
And a lot of times when you face Joe Saunders, he'll go that 2-seam fastball away. He'll go changeup down and away. He'll try to go inside with the fastball up around letter high and then go back outside again.
Hamilton over at first base, a leadoff single for him. I'll check in on him. Saunders, of course, 6 years with the Angels. 54 and 32 record at a 4.29 ERA.
Very good pickoff move. 23 career pickoffs for Joe.
Now he lines one to second. That's going to turn into a double play. So the second base running gap for the Angels in as many innings. 2 outs, nobody on for Eric Ibar.
Especially when you see that right in front of you. If you're Josh Hamilton, no need to go there. You're going to make sure if that ball's down, you're going to have plenty of time to go to third base anyhow, but you have to make sure that baseball is down first.
So base is clear with 2 outs, and here's Ibar. Eric's average up to 292. Going 1 for 3 yesterday with a single. Was also hit by a pitch. Batting average from the right side's gone up as well. 241. As he taps this one foul. Eric getting 315 from the left side. Halos overall have slightly better against left-handed pitching this year. 263 compared to 257 as a team. The split's starting to even out a little bit. As far as left, right, home, road. Hopefully that hit an empty seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Conversation has to be that Eric Ibar in serious consideration for the All-Star game. Think about the numbers he's put up, his defense he's played, and what he's done in his last 25 games, over 350 batting average.
Count evened up now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, you know that man will be in Minneapolis. Second to Jose Bautista in the latest round of voting that was unveiled earlier this week. Full count. Eric should get some consideration.
37 RBI also from that shortstop position.
Dare I say, depending on what happens over the next, we got probably 3 more starts for Garrett before the All-Star break. 2 for sure. This one's lined to left field. Michael Choice moving in and over, makes the backhanded catch.
Wow, what a play.
Yep, nice play by Michael Choice, a left fielder for the Rangers. 2 complete here at the Big A. We're scoreless. Automatically lead things off the following half inning. Here's Michael Choice's play on that sinking liner off the bat of Eric Ibar.
Well, that's a gutsy play too. If that gets by him, that's at least a triple for Eric Ibar. Read that ball right in the glove, very aggressive going after it. Nice play by Michael Choice.
Former first-round pick of the Oakland Athletics, acquired in a trade with Oakland. Exchange for Craig Gentry. 194 average, 7 home runs at 26 RBIs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 doubles as well for Choice. University of Texas, Arlington. Ground ball. He's got another jam shot. 1 down.
Boy, early on, Richards has an electric fastball working. It's either cutting or sinking, anywhere between 96 and 98.
Sardinas, the switch hitting second baseman, comes to the strike. 22nd game for him. Swing and a miss on the off speed. It's 0-2. Jerks at Profar, still on the DL. Looking forward to seeing Rougned Odor, touted prospect in the Rangers organization, but playing second base for them. Tapper foul, so the count remains at 0-2.
It's the 4th time in the game for Richards today. He's been ahead of the count 0-2.
And he got him with a breaking ball. Down goes Sardinas, 2 down. 3rd strikeout of the game for Garrett.
Yeah, not wasting time, not wasting pitches. Getting ahead and challenging hitters.
Back to the top of the order we go, and LEONYS Martin. 7 in a row retired by Richards since allowing the walk to Andrus in the first. Breaking ball missing upstairs. Martin grounded out to Howie Kendrick his first time up. Two and 0. Just the 6th game in the leadoff spot for Martin. We've seen him quite a bit in the 8th and 9th spot on the order.
Challenging him upstairs with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And his pace been very good, not wasting time, staying on that pitching rubber.
2-2 now. Out back.
And so far in this game, his best fastball at 99. Slowest slider been 85. You're going to see him start flipping in the curveball too. It'll be in the upper 70s, an occasional changeup also.
Full count. Elvis Andrus on deck. And he walked a second walk in the ballgame. This one comes with 2 outs. And Martin is another guy you've got to pay attention to as far as the stolen base. 15 bags for him this year. COWGILL toward the line in right field and shallow. Trout shading Andrus the opposite way.
I still believe against Andrus, you pitch him away and play him away. Bring that right fielder in. He likes to hit that baseball to right field, especially a fastball or slider that way.
And very little power the opposite way.
Yeah, you're doing him a favor. He can turn on the ball inside.
And we've seen that happen here. Usually down the left field line. Check in on Martin. Is it against Weaver?
Yeah, we've seen him doing that a number of times where he turns on something on the inner half. You think you have to show him in, but no, you don't. Just pitch him away.
Scoreless here in the third with 2 outs. Martin over at first base. Good lead for him. He starts to go and then stopped. He lost his footing or what have you, but he ended up slamming on the brakes. Here's the 1-1 upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. And this goes back to what we've talked about a number of times, especially with the young pitcher on the mound. You've got 2 outs. The guy at first base wants to steal second base, got it.
With his stuff.
You got the guy at the plate. Granted, he's got a nice little hitting streak going. This is the guy you want at the plate.
And with the ability to throw a 96 to 99-mile-an-hour fastball with movement.
Martin takes off. It's a strike to throw down to second, and it's not in time. Looked like Chris, as he went to throw the ball, had his left foot slide across home plate. So he didn't get much on the throw.
Pretty good jump once again and try to get a little bit on. You're right. As soon as he stepped forward, he slipped right on the plate. But even then, I don't think you're going to have a chance of getting Martin. He was already at the base when the ball got there. 16th stolen base.
Well, COWGILL comes in a little bit more in right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Speed at second base. Breaking ball. Martin trying to advance to third, and he is in there. So wild pitch puts a man at third base.
12th wild pitch this year for Richards.
It's the 5th full count for Garrett Richards so far. 2 2/3. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. CHOO on deck. Here's the payoff. This is out to right field. Here comes COLLIN. COWGILL dives, can't get it. And it's 1-0 Texas. What were we saying?
Everything he hits is the right field. Great effort by COWGILL. That dive face first, able to keep it in front of him. Again, I always feel you can even play him more shallow like that where he hit the baseball. He's not going to hit the ball over your head in right field.
Not especially with 2 strikes. He's just trying to flip it out. So 1-0 Texas. A 2-out walk to the leadoff man. A stolen base, a wild pitch, and a flared single. Now Andrews at first. 0-1 count on SHIN-SOO CHOO. Strikeout victim in the first, so he's 0 for 1. That's the first hit of the evening for Texas.
Well, since the start of last season, Texas has been successful 39 of 43 stolen base attempts against the Angels, including 2 tonight. That's a 91% success rate. And Ron Washington's club, very aggressive.
So 3 consecutive throws to first. 0-1 count on SHIN-SOO CHOO. Elvis takes off to throw down to second. Not in time. Another stolen base. 3rd of the ball game, 2nd for Andrews. And CHOO with an 0-2 count.
Low throw. Andrews able to get in there. 2nd stolen base, now 18 on the season. And Garrett coming in this game while he's on the mound has only had allowed 3 stolen bases against him. 3 by the Rangers tonight.
1-0 Texas, trying to get that 3rd out here to 3rd. Oh, Tapper foul on the first base side. Got to chase a breaking ball. Again, a 2-out walk is what started off this extended 3rd inning. Retired Choice easily on a ground down, struck out Sardinas. Full count to a walk to Martin. Stole 2nd. Wild pitch on that 2-2 pitch certainly hurt. Moved Martin to 3rd, and then Elvis brought him in. Another wild pitch.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Off the bicep area of Chris Iannetta. Another wild pitch, another batter at a runner at 3rd base 2 times. And Eric Ibar, the leader of this team on the defensive side, went up to talk to Garrett. It's to calm him down. He's letting things frustrate himself right now. His stuff is still exceptionally good. Just relax, finish off this inning, and your offense will take care of you.
1-2 pitch. In tight. 2-2. And these are those instances where I just go to the full windup. Forget about the base runner at third base. Get back to what you were doing when the inning started. They retired 7 in a row before that walk to Martin. 2-2 now. Fouled off to the left.
Because what it's doing to Gary right now, it's forcing him to waste a lot of real good pitches early on. He's up to 60 pitches thrown. And we're only here in the third inning with 2 outs.
Check swing, did not go. It's Mike Everett over at third, so full count. Anders over at third base, 1-0 Texas. A swing and a miss, down goes CHOO. The inning comes to an end, but Texas strikes first. They get a run on a hit, leave a man at third base as we head to the bottom of third. Rangers lead at 1-0.
Third, CJ Cron going to be leading off. Mentioning CJ Cron, let's take a look at our Coors Light cold hard facts. CJ Cron made his debut back on May 3rd versus Texas, had 3 hits. The 4th Angel to have a 3-hit Major League debut. Gil Flores did it also. Look back at the swings for CJ Cron against Matt Harrison. Drove in Mike Trout, quick with his hands. They tried to go inside, especially up and in. Drove that one to right center field and off the glove of Martin, who covers a lot of ground. And then a hanging breaking ball, strong enough to fight in the left field. And another RBI for CJ. They tried to stay inside against him a lot, but he was quick against that pitch.
Getting the start tonight at DH with the left-hander on the mound. Joe Saunders delivers outside for ball 1. Saunders has faced the minimum 6. Halos have helped him out on the base paths, a couple of outs. Cron is ahead of a count at 2 balls and no strikes. CJ, 275 average, 3 home runs at 15 runs batted in. This one's out toward right center field. A towering shot. Rios moving back on it at the wall. Gone! Big fly for CJ Cron, and we are tied at 1.
And by the way, that Coors Light cold hard fact was brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light with that big flies from CJ Cron. We just talked about how well he hit against Texas in his debut in the majors. Well, he continues to swing the bat well against Texas pitching. This fastball is down out over the plate with that strong, compact swing from C.J. Cron. Very good when you consider he hasn't got a lot of at-bats of late, to be able to track a couple pitches and then hit that one out the other way.
Some would argue that he should be getting more at-bats. This one hit toward the hole. Elvis Andrus throws out David Freese, and there is the first out.
Impressive to hit a ball like that the other way.
First home run hit by Cron since May 27th in his first start since June the 11th. That was against Oakland.
Joe Saunders doesn't give up a lot of home runs. He's only given up 2 so far this year. So to go the other way with that type of power, utilizing that big part of the field, very good swing from C.J. Cron.
And Freese, one of the first guys we've seen try to pull Joe Saunders. As that one is outside for ball 1. Chris Iannetta. 257, 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Two balls, no strikes. So the Angels, instead of just getting their leadoff man on board to start an inning, they just hit the home run. That's just avoid the base running altogether.
And they've had a double and a single. That hasn't worked out. So a home run, a little easier way to score.
Iannetta fouls it off to the right. It's 2 balls and a strike. There's some talk that the Angels might be making a move tomorrow. They made a move today. Grant Green is with the big club. Dane De La Rosa was sent down today. So a 6-man bullpen for the Angels for the time being. But some have said that it might just be temporary. This one's fouled off the right, 2-2. That another move would be made tomorrow to add a bullpen piece. There's Grant. And that C.J. Cron could be that guy because he's not playing for whatever the reason against right-handed pitching. And if you got a prospect that is going to be part of your future, then he should be getting regular at-bats. It's a full count. And if he's not going to get him here, then send him down to AAA Salt Lake so he can get him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to get the at-bats, there's no question that's a decision the Angels and Mike Scioscia will have to make. They got to keep him focused and going with his swing. All about his timing. Timing looked pretty good there on that swing, though.
I'm telling you, I mean, he's the guy that you think is capable of getting the job done. And you got to run him out there. Earlier on, that was the case. Team was going good. Guys were filling in. Efren Navarro, Grant Green, C.J. Cron, Collin COWGILL. You're running out the hot hand. 3-2 popped up. SNYDER, the first baseman, into foul territory. 2 down.
We've said this a lot about C.J. Cron. He doesn't ever look lost at the plate, even with good stuff, whether it's a right-handed pitcher or left-handed pitcher. He's got a pretty good idea at the plate. And again, when you hit a ball that far the other way on a pretty good pitch, that baseball was down. Shows you how strong he is.
Not saying he's the second coming of Hank Aaron. And with young players, you know you're going to have some ups and some downs. But to me, if he's not going to play every day here, then he should go back down. I think you're doing a disservice by keeping him up here just for the occasional lefty.
Yeah, we ran into a lot of left-handed pitching for a while there. Now all of a sudden, a lot of right-handed pitching.
Collin COWGILL looks at a strike. And in case you're wondering, C.J. Cron has hit righties better than lefties. 308 average compared to 240. COWGILL looks at a strike to even up the count. He doubled off the wall in right center field in the first inning, but then got a little greedy trying to take third base on a ball in the dirt that just skipped away from Chirinos, the catcher. Threw him out at third base. And that fastball in on the hands, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another good catch by a fan.
Fans are ready today.
Must be the cowboy hats.
Crowd here tonight, too.
You'd think Stagecoach was happening right here on the field.
No question.
There's the 1-2. Little flare out to shallow right field. Second hit of the night for Collin COWGILL. And it'll bring up Trout.
Look at now 6 for 10 against Saunders for COWGILL.
Trout, the only strikeout that Saunders has picked up in this ball game. Went down looking in the first. Tied at 1 here in the third. Candles responding to the run the Rangers put on the board in the top of the inning. A single by Elvis Andrus. C.J. Cron with the leadoff home run here in the third. His 4th of the year. The Lunar Vapor Trout. Those are the new kicks.
I know my son already wants a pair.
My son asked me too. Do they make him in size 4? He's 8 years old. This one fouled off to the right.
Yeah, there's my tweet I threw out there. Congrats to Trouty at Trouty20 on his shoe. Was around for Bo Jackson's launch of Bo Knows campaign. Remember that all too well, especially here at the All-Star game here in '89.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, Nike knows talent. That's for sure. Bo Jackson. Now Mike Trout with that shoe. Ken Griffey Jr. Same thing.
I think he should have just gone with a neon yellow. Especially with the World Cup going on. It's perfect.
I think they're pretty tight rate like that. They're perfect.
It was the first baseball specific shoe for a baseball player since Ken Griffey Jr. had his.
Yeah.
This is what, Swingman?
I think so.
0-1 upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the turf shoes version of it in batting practice. Torino's calls time. Two-out single by Collin COWGILL. He stands at first. 1-1. Fell back. Saunders really pitching Trout inside.
Oh, he's staying inside. He's seeing what Trout has done over the last 20, 25 games as far as driving a pitch that's down to right center field. He's going to try to live on that inner part of the plate, but when you do that as a left-handed pitcher, you're not overpowering, or you can make a mistake inside and then that ball can go even longer to left field.
Trout just now about 2 for 13 in his career. And Saunders with that first inning punch out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout hitting .377 this month of June. Slugging at an .849 clip this month. 2-2. Called strike 3 on a breaking ball that Trout thought was in. And Chad Fairchild rings it up. So 2 strikeouts in the game for Saunders, and both to Mike Trout. But the Angels tied up. C.J. Cron, 4th of the year, to lead off this 3rd inning. We'll head to the 4th. The Halos and the Rangers tied up at 1. To face Garrett Richards for the Texas Rangers. Garrett Richards, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. One of those strikeouts, that was Beltre to end the first inning. Ranger third baseman 0 for 1. Four hits for the Halos, 1 for Texas. Single by Elvis Andrus as he brought in LEONYS Martinez, third base. Andrus picking up his 18th RBIs. Richards falls behind here. 2 balls, 1 strike. 65 pitches thrown by Garrett. Looking for a quick 4th inning. Extended in that 3rd inning. Facing 5 batters through a lot of pitches, a lot of full counts. Pulled to 3rd. Freeze has it to the backhand. That ball was skipped by him. 1 down. Hey folks, on Wednesday, celebrate halfway to Christmas when the Angels take on the Twins at 7:05. Fans in attendance will attempt to set another Angels Guinness World Record wearing Santa hats, courtesy of Yokohama Tire. Get your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Oh, I can't wait.
It should just be a Guinness World Record, right? Because it's not really trying to set another Angels. I guess it is kind of. They've never done this before.
No.
So it would be a first, assuming they get there. Do you know what the record is?
I do not know. But I'm excited. A lot of fun activities that day.
This one out to right field. COWGILL coming in. Dives, can't make the catch. The ball pops out of his glove. Rios will stop at first. Nice effort by Collin COWGILL.
Well, that's twice he's had a head-first dive to try to catch a baseball. I like to see that from COWGILL. Very aggressive. The dive just hit the outfield grass before he was able to get the glove down. A great effort by Collin COWGILL. He's had 2 hits in the game. He's almost made 2 outstanding plays. Again, keeps it in front of him. That's the important thing. You still keep the double play in order.
Brad SNYDER, the first baseman, takes ball 1. SNYDER grounded out to KENDRICK in the 2nd inning. A couple of cups of coffee in the big leagues with the Cubs, 2010, 2011. He skies this one to shallow right field. Boy, that is a rainmaker of a fly ball. 2 down.
It's one of those ones as a pitcher, when you give that up, he just missed that one. That was hit extremely high.
You meant for him to pop it up.
Yeah, there's no doubt in your mind you
That's
did.
what you're talking yourself into, right?
Yes, you don't want to think in terms of he just missed that one.
Got him.
Yeah. Routine out. Look, he even had run in on it.
Rio still at first base, 2 outs. Robinson Chirinos, the catcher, at the plate. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Only 1-2-3 inning for Richards. That was the 2nd. Was on his way to his 2nd in the 3rd inning, but gave up that 2-out walk to Martin. Rios with 12 stolen bases, has been caught 8 times. Rios takes off. The pitch is down low. Throw down is not a time.
It's a 4th stolen base of the game for the Rangers.
And yet the Angels have yet to pitch out.
A big jump. Well, when you look at the times for Richards to the plate, he's pretty quick. He doesn't have a high leg kick. But as a catcher, you're dealing with nasty movement, too. It's not a straight fastball or easy slider to catch.
1 ball, 1 strike on Chirinos. Richards now ahead of the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Great crowd here tonight. Friday night, and dealing with the traffic, folks here early, getting those cowboy hats. First of 6 here at home. 3 against Texas, 3 against the Minnesota Twins. Angels have an off day on Monday. Of the 73 pitches thrown by Garrett so far, 43 have been strikes.
Boy, a different pace from Garrett. Even though his stuff has been electric, it's a different pace.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Two. Out of the dirt. Another full count for Garrett. That's why that pitch count getting up there. That's his 7th.
We talked about that game back in May 3rd against Texas. Threw 111 pitches in 6 innings. It's going to be right around that pace in 6 innings tonight, even though his stuff is very, very good here.
3-2, bounce foul. So reset, do it again. Rio standing at second base, a 1-out single for him and a stolen base. He went around. Yes, he did, says Vic Carapazza. Iannetta will flip down to Pujols. That will complete the strikeout. So no runs on a hit. Man left his scoring position. The Halos will head to the bottom of the 4th with Pujols, Hamilton, and Kendrick coming up, tied at 1. Kendrick coming up for the Halos here as we take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard around the American League. Presented by PJs. Detroit defeated Cleveland 6-4. Houston over Tampa Bay 3-1. I believe that was a game David Price was pitching in for the Rays. New York over Baltimore 5-3, 4-4 tied. Minneapolis, that game's in the 9th. Seattle leading Kansas City 6-5. That game's in the 9th inning, and then Boston has come back to tie it up 3-3. That game's just in the 4th at the Coliseum.
Yeah, Oakland scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st inning, but Boston have come back to tie it.
Joe Saunders with 2 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed, including the home run to C.J. Cron. 2 strikeouts, both of Mike Trout, both looking. Albert grounded out to end the first. Looks at a slow breaking ball for a strike.
Well, that was fun to watch Albert run down to first base at that point of the game last night in the 10th, but he drove in 2 runs, hit a ground ball that beat the shift, that drove in 2 runs.
Came inside. They wanted a peel. Did not go. That's 2-1. Ground ball off the mound, and with Sardinas playing in the overshift toward the mound, towards the middle, easy play for him, and there's out number 1.
And that's the frustrating thing with the shift being on against Albert. He hit a couple good baseballs like that in Cleveland. The Kipnis made good plays against him.
Howell to 1 for 1. Singled in the second. Looks at a strike. '51st pitch thrown by Saunders. 29 strikes, 22 balls. Sardinas, the second baseman, out in shallow right field. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Beltre way off the line at third base. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. Off speed pitch. Full count. Hamilton has fared decently against his former team. .289 batting average. Just 1 home run and 10 RBIs. Kendrick on deck. And he takes outside. First walk issued by Saunders.
We'll try to paint a slider. Missed by a lot off that outside corner.
And Joe wanted that one. So Kendrick will step to the plate now.
First walk of the game for Saunders.
Howie 0 for 1. Lined into a double play in the second. 3 hits shy now of tied Bobby Grich for 6th. The Angels all-time second base list. And he will look at the strike. Both runs coming into the 3rd inning. Single by Andrews, a home run by Crow. Trinos is a guy that you kind of like his bounce behind the plate. He likes to drop down to a knee quite a bit. Yeah, even with a man at first base.
He sets a good low target, but he's got a lot of confidence in his release when he catches the baseball. Quick on the transfer.
This one's out to the alley at right center field. Martine's not going to get there. splits the outfielders, cut off and bobbled by Martin. Hamilton will be stopped at third. Kendrick at second with a double, and the Angels have a couple of men on with one out here in the fourth, and Eric Ibar coming up.
Boy, and how he continues to hit that gap in right center field. Saw it in Cleveland. See it here tonight. 13th double. Utilizing that big part of the field against Saunders, who's going to live away. Perfect swing by Howie. The baseball got away. Martin was looking over at Rios, thought there might be some contact made by the two of them. But still, that's going to be a double anyhow. And at that point, you're going to hold Hamilton at third and let Eric Ibar have the opportunity to drive in at least one of the two.
Ibar 0 for 1. That sinking liner to left that Choice made a nice play on. Corner infielders in. Eric looks at a strike on a breaking pitch. Beltre and Snyder at third and first respectively playing in. Middle infielders playing back. And Choice playing shallow and more towards the foul line this time around.
Teams are going to stay inside against him.
That almost got his back foot. 1-1.
It means either fastballs or breaking pitches are going to stay in. Going to ground ball to short. Should provide a run for the Angels. Going to ground ball to second. Both middle infielders playing back.
It's at 297 with men in scoring position so far this year. Hamilton at third, Kendrick at second, and Howie able to get a big lead. A ground ball to the right side. Hamilton's coming home. Snyder's throw is up the line. The run will score. Here comes Howie Kendrick to the plate. He will score, and it's 3-1 Angels. A poor throw by Snyder.
And there, I think there's a play at the plate on that one. Boy, a break on that one. A slow roller off the end of the bat. Right at Snyder. And there's a play. It's going to be a real close play, if not out at home on Hamilton. But that throw up the third base line not only gets away from Trinos, but allows Howie to score. There's no question Hamilton's going to be in trouble at the plate. But instead scores, and then Howie comes around and scores also.
It almost as if Snyder was surprised at the fact that Hamilton was going on contact.
But I mean, when you go through conversations as far as defensively against the Angels, you know they're always going on contact with one out.
First one outside to Crone. Fielder's choice and an error on Snyder. Time was called. Saunders started his leg kick, but only because he was looking back to second and realized everyone at the home plate area had backed down. So 3-1 Angels here in the fourth.
So no RBI on that play for Ibar.
Nope. (1-0) outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Crone with that home run leading off the third. 1 for 1.
And the reason why I'm asking if that could be an RBI, because even if there's a play at the plate, you don't know if Josh Hamilton slides around and gets the back part of the plate and gets his hand on the plate before a tag is applied. You can't assume he's going to be out at home.
On a tag play.
Yes.
Right.
Because he's going. He wasn't stopped.
Three balls, no strikes on Crone. David Freese on deck. Look 2 and a strike.
Yeah, I think he had the green light on there. That was pretty selective for a young hitter. Mike Scioscia had the confidence in him that he wouldn't chase a pitch that he couldn't do damage to. It's impressive.
Ibar at second. Sardina's trying to keep him close to the bag. This one's fouled off to the right. A long speed pitch down and away.
Look at our tools of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. Speaking of CJ Cron, one of his tools he has is power the other way. Got a fastball down. Great weight shift. It's a good part of the battle in the baseball, the barrel, and the other way. Impressive swing by CJ Cron.
CJ's brother Kevin and TCU knocked out last night of the College World Series by Ole Miss.
Did have a home run though yesterday.
Yeah.
He is a big dude.
Yes, he is. This one's fouled off to the right.
There was a collision play at the plate where he was covering as a first baseman the other day. And I can't remember the name of the player that slid in, but he didn't fare too well.
Kevin, 14th round pick by the Diamondbacks. TCU had a nice run.
As did UC Irvine.
Yep. This one ground ball to short. Got him on a changeup. 2 down. So Ibar remains at second base. 2 outs, and David Freese now in the batter. David now 6 for his last 36 with a 0 for 1 tonight. Third game for Freese in the 8th spot in the order. Just off the plate. Now credit Joe Saunders, especially at this stage of his career. Doesn't vary from what he is. Lives on that outside corner, shows you in and in off the plate.
And he competes extremely well.
Yep. One ball, one strike. Remember being in Texas when word came down that Joe had been traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks, part of that Dan Herron deal, and how emotional.
Yeah, it was tough to see because we got to know Joe extremely well. One of the real good guys in the game, but like we said, he competes extremely well.
2 balls and a strike. Last year with Seattle, the year before with Baltimore Orioles. 2-1. Freese lines one beyond the reach of Sardinas into right center field. Ibar will come in to score, and it's 4-1 Halos.
You know, we were talking before the game, Victor, how well we thought Freese would do against Joe Saunders coming into the game 2 for 5 with a home run because of his ability to hit that ball the other way. And Saunders is, you talked about it, we've talked about it. It's going to live away. That plays into David Freese's swing to go the other way. Nice job, a compact swing in the right field, picking up a 16th RBI for David Freese.
So 3 runs in here in the 4th. Here's Chris Iannetta. Popped out his first time up. This one pulled down the line. Beltre with a diving stop. Can't handle it. On the transfer from glove to bare hand. Almost made a spectacular play as Iannetta gets the infield base hit.
Boy, we're so used to Beltre making all those plays. He almost made one of those highlight reel plays. Dive, saves a run potentially down the line. Showing his very good range. but tried to get up and couldn't get the baseball out of the glove.
Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, out to massage the message to Joe Saunders. One veteran to another.
We're so used to Beltre throwing that baseball from his knees across the diamond.
Amazing thing is that ball was hooking away from him, and like you said, robbing Ionetta of extra bases.
Yeah, that potentially, because that's going to roll right down the line. That is a good chance of scoring freeze from first base.
So they'll bring up Collin COWGILL, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Freeze at second, Ionetta at first. Looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Richards looking on now with a 4-1 lead. The Angels look for more here in the fourth. 1-1. Big throwing error by the first baseman, Brad Snyder. The bouncer that Ibar hit with runners at second and third, bringing in 2 runs. 30 pitches thrown by Saunders here in the fourth. 1-2. Seven hits so far tonight for the Angels. 3 in this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes. This one's lifted out the left. Choice back a couple of steps, but has a beat on it. And he'll make the catch for the third out. But the Angels had 8 men to the plate against Joe Saunders. Helped out by a big error by Brad Snyder. Scored 3 times and lead it now 4-1. Fiat 500L. Visit FiatUSA.com. Buy Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. By the new Fun to Drive 2014 Camry at your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. And by AT&T, mobilizing your world. It's a sea of cowboy hats here at the Big A. Gave that away tonight. That's why we've got a fantastic crowd along with a pretty good matchup. The Texas Rangers in town for the first of three. This being a 6-game homestand. The Angels leading it 4-1 as we begin the fifth. 8-9-1 for Texas. Choice, Sardinas, and Martin. Choice, the left fielder, takes apparently a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. He grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Garrett just threw his 78th pitch. And that evens the count. They're a little bit more under control as far as the pitch count in the fourth inning. Just 15 pitches after he threw 28 in the third. 1-2.
Well, I just lived there all day with that fastball at 96. It doesn't have to be 99, 96 with that movement and location. Perfect spot.
They tied him up. Running fastball in on the hands. Fouls it off, and it's 1-2 still. This one fouled off to the right. It's going to be a thrill for Choice. He grew up in Arlington at the Timberview High School there in Arlington. Graduated in 07. Stayed in the area. Got drafted by Oakland in the first round. 10th overall in 2010. Then traded to his hometown team as he looks at a breaking ball for a called strike 3. There's the first out here, the fifth.
Oh, a nice breaking pitch from Richards. Nice job. You can see that front shoulder was tucked in. And then the spin on the breaking ball hitting the outside part of the plate. Good frame by Chris Iannetta. All set up by that front shoulder staying in and relaxed and not muscling up on the pitch.
6 strikeouts tonight. Sardinas, the second baseman, looks at a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Sardinas, a strikeout victim in the third. Now swinging on the breaking ball. Dribbler on the right side, and Howie has to come in. Drew down.
Oh, we've seen a lot of those slow rolling ground balls against Richards.
Tonight's game is being powered by Energy Upgrade California. Manage energy and help California stay golden. Visit energyupgradeca.org. Top of the order, Leonys Martin. Similar situation for Richards in the third when he retired 8 and 9 before walking Martin. That's 1 ball, no strikes. 0 for 1 tonight is the Rangers center fielder with the ground out in the first, the walk, stolen base, and a run scored in the third. Three balls, no strikes.
And this is the guy you want to make sure you finish off and make him swing the bat because he's a very dangerous base runner.
One run, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left on for Texas. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 3 left on for the Angels.
And he's only walked 16 times this entire season.
17 or now 18 with the 2 walks tonight. And that's the old 2-out letdown. I mean, especially with a 3-run lead, 2 outs in the 5th inning. These are the guys that, here you go.
Yeah, you made a perfect pitch to get Choice to look at a call third strike, and then you get a ground ball, weak ground ball by Sardinas off a sinking fastball. Your mindset is, all right, I got an opportunity for the shutdown inning right away, get the offense back out there against Joe Saunders.
Here's Elvis Andrus. 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, 2 stolen bases. That fastball apparently missed upstairs. One and one. COWGILL playing shallow, but as you've pointed out, and we've talked about a number of times with Andrus at the plate. Bring him in even more.
No question. Force him. I know you have a lead 4-1 here at this point, but the reality is so often we've seen over the years that Andrus has great career numbers against the Angels. The majority of those hits have been right in the right field, in front of the right fielder, because they're playing a little bit too deep.
1 and 2.
Especially when it comes with his 2-strike approach. He's in that spot right now, 1-2 count. He's going to see a fastball away or a slider away. He's just going to try to flick the ball in the right field.
Martin with a big lead at first. Breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Four stolen bases tonight for Texas. 2-2. And another full count. Pujols will play behind Martin. Martin takes off. 3-2. Ground ball toward the hole. Ibar has it. Throws off balance to first base. Pujols cuts it off. He's thinking perhaps that Martin was going to continue on.
No good range for Ibar. And a fastball in the inner half. Well, you wonder how close that play could have been. That would have been a one-hop throw to Pujols at first. And Martin was going around the base, but because of where Howie was playing, there's no one going to be there to be able to have a play at second base against Martin. Now you have a dangerous hitter up in SHIN-SOO.
This is played out just like it did in the third inning as far as the base runners. Last time, though, Andrews got an RBI. The base hit. Now CHOO up with 2 men on. He struck out twice, so he's 0 for 2. Off speed in there for a strike. Six punch outs, 3 walks for Garrett tonight. Next pitch will be his 99th. Andrews getting credited. Infield base hit, 3rd hit tonight for Texas. This was lifted foul and out of play. And there's 0-2. By inning. And we've shown you some of the replays too. This is not an erratic Garrett Richards tonight. He's not all over the place. Hasn't gotten some of the calls, as we've shown you at the Fox tracks. He's been on the corners, just has not been getting the calls from Chad Fairchild. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball upstairs.
And sometimes we have an umpire who's may not give you the low strike. As much as you don't want to go away from your game, you have to make an adjustment as a pitcher. Sometimes we'll give you the inside corner, sometimes we'll give you the outside corner. The bottom line is you have to adjust to an umpire's zone that night.
And it was established early on too. 1-2, ground ball toward the middle. Howie to his right has it. Off balance throw to first. That'll end the inning.
What a play by Howie. showing some good range in the backhand. Strong throw over to get CHOO, who runs well down the line.
Gather in Minneapolis as the captain Derek Jeter takes the field in his last All-Star game ever. It promises to be an unforgettable night. Special coverage begins at 1:30 Pacific on Fox Sports 1, followed by the 2014 All-Star game at 4:30 Pacific on Fox.
How cool is that going to be for Mike Trout, his hero growing up? Derek Jeter, his last All-Star game, and Mike Trout going to be representing the Angels and the American League in that starting lineup.
Trout tonight 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and looks at a slow breaking ball for a strike. Both punch outs looking, one on a fastball, one in the third inning on a breaking ball down and in. Two balls, one strike. Trout, Pujols, Hamilton for the Angels here in the fifth. Joe Saunders, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. 7 hits allowed, one of which was the home run to Crone in the third.
Boy, everything inside against Trout, whether it's a fastball or slider. Well, this might be the time he might drop a changeup, a 3-1 changeup against Mike.
And he walked him. Second walk of the ball game. Angels have a leadoff man on board. 4th time tonight, 5 innings that the Angels have had their leadoff man reach. Albert twice has grounded out. Once to Andrews, the shortstop, the other to Sardinas, who was shading Albert toward the middle on the shift. Sixth start for Joe Saunders on the season. One-0 pitch. 2 balls, no strikes.
Let's go back and take a look at that Hyundai key to the game for the Angels tonight. No wasted time. Talk about where we are in the schedule. Get those leads, add on, and hold on to those leads. Start piling up those wins.
Two-0 now. A little bit high. 3 balls, no strikes. Three and 1. I think Albert wanted to, or was thinking about pulling the trigger.
Well, that's a baseball, though. He can hit hard the other way, though.
That is off the plate. So back-to-back walks issued by Saunders. Puts 2 men on for Hamilton. Mike Maddox will come out. Go over the strategy here with a couple of men on, and Josh coming to the plate. Hamilton with a base hit and a walk. Also scored one of the 3 runs in that 4th inning.
Well, what do we say about these are the points of the game where you try to add on and expand that lead? This is an opportunity with a very good hitter in Josh Hamilton up right now.
Three runs in that 4th inning. Unearned. So Trout at second, Pujols at first base. Nobody out here in the 5th.
You wonder the approach that Saunders is going to take against Hamilton.
Next pitch will be the 9th for Joe.
So far, even that last bat when Hamilton walked, everything was away. He did get a base hit early against him on something on the inside part of the plate.
Two balls, 1 strike. Not chasing. At least he hasn't yet. Joe's been trying to get him to chase a little bit.
Boy, everything has been away. And that breaking ball catches the outside corner.
Back-to-back walks to start this inning. 2-2 to Hamilton. Boy, Saunders wanted that pitch. Yeah, you talk about pitching. You just drop a breaking ball in the outside corner. You got a guy at the plate thinking off speed or breaking ball, and all of a sudden you try to paint on that outside corner, the fastball.
And it misses maybe by a half a baseball off that outside corner. At most.
Full count here. Runners don't go. This is pulled through the right, shot, a base hit. Trout is going to be waved in. Alex Rios up and firing. Trout is safe at the plate. It is 5-1 Angels.
Boy, Hamilton, big base hit. Talked about that add-on. He did so. Got a pitch on the inner half. Just the only one in this sequence. As we take a look at what Joe was trying to do against Josh. Fastball away, breaking ball away. Another breaking ball just off the outside corner, make it 2-1. And this breaking ball catches the corner, 2-2. Fastball away, just off the corner. And then Hamilton finally gets a pitch on the inner half, and then he drops the head of the bat, turns on it, gets a base hit in the hole. Just a good piece of hitting by Josh Hamilton, considering what he laid off on that pitch before, just off the outside corner.
Second hit of the night. Picks up his 15th RBI. Here's Howie. Runner still at first and second with nobody out. Kendrick 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Swings the first one, fouls it off.
Still looking to go the other way, even with that fastball in by Howie.
That double split the outfielders in right center field. 13th double.
Well, Josh Hamilton is now 14 for 30 versus lefties this season. It's a 467 clip. And a real good job not chasing that fastball off the outside corner after Joe Saunders made a great pitch to pitch before. The improvement from last year. Very impressive what he's done from last year to this year. And when you think about it, not a lot of at-bats against lefties so far, but he's missed some considerable time. To have your timing against lefties, very impressive.
0-2 to Howie. Skies this one to right. Rios moving over. Albert thinking about tagging. He does. No throw from Rios. One down.
Surprised no throw from Rios because he got around that baseball well to get in good throwing position. And Albert was determined to tag. Got a shorter path through the base, going right along the grass and dirt part. Rios just throws it in the second, is trying to keep that double play in order.
Yeah, I think that's what it all came down to. He wanted to. Maybe if that ball was hit a little shallower, that he would have tried to throw to third.
So used to Rios showing off that arm strength and accuracy he does have. He has 3 outfield assists this season.
One out, first and third. Here's Ibar. 1-0. Eric's 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, and a fielder's choice. Scored a run. Hit that ground ball to SNYDER in the fourth inning. SNYDER's throw wide at home plate allowed Hamilton and Kendrick to score. This was line to center, a base hit, another RBI for Eric Ibar. 6-1 Angels.
Another good swing using the big part of the field. Talk about that, how to be successful against Saunders. You have to do that.
Hamilton advances to second. Eric picks up his 38th RBI.
Trying to turn over that little two-seamer. Back up the middle by Ibar.
And there's absolutely no movement or action in the Rangers bullpen.
Now there's some movement.
Crone takes a strike. Foul back, and it's no balls, 2 strikes on Crone, who homered back in the third, grounded out in the fourth. Then Rowan is up. Just as we speak about it.
there's been some real good swings using the big part of the field throughout this game. When you look back at some of the swings, including right here with C.J. Cron, right center field home run. Howie Kendrick, double that way right center. COWGILL, double right center field.
It's blocked by Chirinos. Hamilton stays at second. Ibar at first. 9 hits tonight for the Angels. There's the 1-2. The tap of foul. This one popped up on the first base shot, headed toward the seats. Or the camera went.
Another fan tried to use that cowboy hat to make a play.
Industrial strength, I guess.
I guess so.
Two runs in here, the fifth, 6-1 Angels. 1 out. David Freese on deck. This one yanked foul. Just can't get the cowboy hat up there quick enough on those. The pop-ups maybe.
Yeah.
The liners, not so much.
A little youngster gets a souvenir. That's
Nice.
great.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Do you feel like we should be having a PBR right now or something? Got him on a changeup. 2 down, 3rd strikeout for Saunders.
Number 6, David
David Freese changing his walk-up music here.
Yeah.
Living color. Cult of personality, I would say that's about 1988 or thereabouts.
Yes. Had that cassette or CD or album, one of the three.
I thought you were going to say 8-track.
No. Have
I
a few
believe
of
that
those
was
too.
Your generation.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm so far behind you.
Yeah.
David 1 for 2. An RBI single his last time up. Pulls this one toward the hole. Andrews can't get it. Hamilton will be waved in. Michael Joyce up and firing. The throw is cut off. 7-1 Angels. Second RBI single of the night for Freese.
Nice to think that walk-up song has worked well for David Freese here. Couple hits, couple RBI. First RBI single was the right center field. This one in the hole between short and third. Ron Washington is going to come out to take Joe Saunders out now.
Well, he's trying to get Joe through 5 innings. And this inning started with a back-to-back walks to Trout and Pujols, and the Angels have piled it on. Ben Rowan getting ready. Product of Palos Verdes High School. That's going to do it. It's a second visit, guys. He's got to come out of the game. Go ahead and make the call. Hello. All right, a pitching change. Joe Saunders is done. 7-1 Angels. Pulled from the game by Ron Washington, and just kind of unraveled for him. Ended up throwing 110 pitches in 4 2/3.
Boy, both pitchers, when you think about it, have thrown over the century mark in the 5th inning.
Ben Rowan, 25-year-old, comes into the ball game. 22nd round pick by Texas back in 2010 out of Virginia Tech. 3rd career game, made his debut on June 15th. Mentioned that he went to school at Palos Verdes High School and played on the Los Angeles Junior Kings hockey team. So I would imagine that he's pretty thrilled with his LA Kings.
You would think so. Submarine pitcher, fastballs 80-84, and the slider. I remember former Angel Kirk McCaskill was a very good hockey player himself.
Yes, he was. As was Jack Lazorko.
Well, we saw that on display when he was fielding his position.
He was ridiculous.
He was a goalie, right?
Yeah, he was a goalie. Remember, I used to just basically do the splits. He was a thick guy, too.
Yeah, he was incredibly quick on ground balls up the middle.
Yeah, he was. Here's Sandetta 1 for 2 with a pop-up and a single. Ibarge second, Freeze at first. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 innings of work for Rowan in the big leagues. 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. This one's fouled off. Rowan at AAA, 1-0 with a 2.75 ERA, 16 relief appearances. Right-handers hit just 196 against him.
Well, you don't see many pitchers throw from that angle anymore.
No.
Darren O'Day.
Oh, wait a second. That's a called strike 3, apparently. I guess Chad Fairchild has had enough here in this 5th inning. So I guess the inning's over. Halos scored 3 times. They lead at 7-1.
summary after being behind 1-0. C.J. Cron says no, I'll tie it up at one swing of the bat. Right center field, home run for C.J. Cron, his 4th home run. And then Howie Kendrick using that big part of the field, hits a double, advancing Hamilton to 3rd. And then the odd play at first base. Snyder had a play at the plate, but a bad throw got away. Hamilton scores. Howie comes all the way around to score himself. The Angels in the 5th inning put together some good swings to take the 7-1 lead. 10 hits in the game so far for the Halos.
Here at the top of the 6th inning, 7-1. Grant Green is over at first base, so Albert Pujols taken out of the game. So if there's anything wrong, and I'll certainly pass it along to you. First career game at first base. Richards back on the mound. Beltre, Rios, and SNYDER for Texas here in the 6th. Beltre, a strikeout, a ground ball to 3rd. 2 balls, no strikes. Michael Moore getting ready now. 103 pitches for Garrett Richards. Two balls, 1 strike.
The thing is for Garrett now, keep the focus. Your mindset now, because of the pitch count, is just get that one more inning in. Quality, clean inning.
Two. This one pulled to 3rd. Freeze has it go off his glove. That's a fair ball. Now the question is, was it really a fair ball? Beltre stops at first base. The 3rd base umpire, Mike Everett, says that he made contact with that ball.
But was it fair?
Was it fair? Exactly. So Mike Scioscia is going to come out and argue. It's a single for Beltre. Nice job by Josh Hamilton to get over there.
Real good job. You still keep a double play in order. Looks like he's far enough away from the line, and when he dives, it's going to be fair ball. He's in fair territory at that point when it gets off the glove. That's a good call. And Mike Everett at 3rd base.
Yep. Just off the glove there. Almost got Everett's left foot. There's Rios. Looks at a strike.
Rios is grounded in the 15 double plays, so that's an important play by Hamilton out in left field to keep Beltre at 1st.
This one out toward right center field. Trout is there. He was shading Rios to the alley. 1 down. All right, so in the bottom of the 5th inning, we were kind of surprised on the Iannetta ring up, and it wasn't the home plate umpire, the Chad Fairchild, that asked for the appeal. It was the catcher, Robinson Chirinos. As a matter of fact, Fairchild didn't think he went around. And Carapazzo rang it up. I thought the home plate umpire had to ask for the appeal, not the player.
I always thought that was the rule too. Believe me, I used to check out at 3rd base and first base umpire every time. So I thought somebody checked. Didn't work for me though.
SNYDER takes down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Didn't work out for you, huh?
No. I tried though.
SNYDER 0 for 2. Ground down the fly to right. Garrett falls behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Were you one of those guys that yelled, "Yes, he did," on the check swing?
Yeah, always.
Two balls and a strike. SNYDER was one-time first-round pick, Cleveland Indians, back in 2003 at a Ball State University.
Still good velocity on that fastball. 96, 112th pitch. When that first inning, his best fastball 99. This inning 97. We talked about even the last time out. Very similar speeds on the fastball, even late. Tells you what kind of stuff he has, where you can maintain velocity from the first inning on into the sixth, and that's at 113 pitches now. Strong, young pitcher here, Garrett Richards.
This now the most pitches he's ever thrown in a game in his career. Bouncer foul. Threw 112 pitches against the Yankees on April 27th. 7 innings of work in that one.
Guys in the dugout are giving Benji Molina some grief for not trying to catch that ball. Former Halo, member of that 2002 World Championship Club.
Conserving energy.
Yes.
You don't, unless it's right at you and it's slowly hit. And perhaps it stops at your feet. Otherwise, let him go. Foul back.
And Benji Molina was extremely clutch for that World Championship Club in 2002. Very good behind the plate. But when you needed a big RBI, he was always coming through.
Just got a piece of it. The count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This may be Garrett's last batter, regardless. Get to that point where you don't want to stretch that pitch count too high. You love to be able to get a ground ball double play to finish off your inning.
Morin's ready to go. Good little battle between these two guys. Good power numbers in his career at the minor league level for Snyder. And 18 home runs at AAA Round Rock this year for Texas in 61 games. 185 career minor league home runs. 2-2. Got him looking. 2 down.
Oh, a nice slider. Backup slider for Richards. Again, we've shown a couple of his sliders in which he stayed inside with that front shoulder and snaps it. It's a call, 3rd strike.
7th strikeout of the night. Go with 3 walks and 4 hits. Beltran leadoff single standing over at first base. Chirinos 0 for 2 with a ground down and a punch out. Skied to shallow left. Josh Hamilton coming in. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th here at the Big A with the Angels maintaining a 7-1 lead.
the Texas Rangers, 7-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Now it's time for the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. On this date, 34 years ago, the Angels at Boston beat them 20-2. Freddie Patek hit 3 home runs in that game.
What?
The most he had in 6 in one season. 3 in one game for Freddie Patek.
What? That bat was bigger than Freddie.
Royal Hall of Famer.
It was that day especially.
Oh, yeah.
One of the all-time
he's
great
the best
guys. Aaron Richards done after 6 innings.
So he liked Fenway Park, the Green Monster.
Yeah. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks.
That's pretty good last 4 starts for Richards. 27 innings pitched, 2 earned runs.
As I was saying, if this continues, if he has another couple of starts like this, numbers-wise, you'd think that, you might have a chance to make an all-star game.
No doubt. He's thrown that well. And he really hasn't got a ton of run support when you think about it. Coming in this game today, the Angels have averaged a little over 3 runs per game when he's on the mound. Good run support tonight, no question, 7 runs. But he's had a battle and pitch in some real close, tight games.
1, 2, and 3 for the Angels here in the 6th inning. COWGILL, Trout, and Pujols. Rowan, who struck out Iannetta, still in the game. This one's fouled back. Just below us. You had 3 guys with cowboy hats and black gloves.
And still,
nobody caught
it.
They're dissecting it. That's the post-mortem right there.
That'll be on our tools of the trade, how to catch a pop-up in the stands tomorrow.
Swing and a miss. Down goes COWGILL. 1 out here in the 6th. Hey, tomorrow catch a full night of MLB action beginning at 4 p.m. Pacific with Baseball Night in America on Fox as the Braves take on the Nationals. Then at 7, the Rangers take on the Angels over on Fox Sports 1. Boy, that was a tough blow for Gavin Floyd of the Atlanta
Braves. That
was
tough to see. I mean, when you battle all the way back from Tommy John surgery.
Fracture in his right elbow. Trout looks at a strike. He's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs and a walk. And I don't think Mike cared for that strike call either. Ground ball towards short. Andrews gets it, gets rid of it quickly, pulls SNYDER off the bag. No, he got him.
Boy, he looked like he was off the base.
Well, Mike Scioscia's going to come out and have the conversation with Carapazzo. Well, Nick Francona, the guys downstairs, take a look at the replay. Dino Ebel gets him the sign.
Well, a long throw, and Andrews knew he had to hustle to throw over with the transfer with Trout running down the line. See if SNYDER was able to keep his foot on the base. I think he kept a toe on the base just as the ball's going in the glove. Good call.
Yeah, right there.
They were positive first base.
2 outs here in the 6th.
Good play by Andrews and SNYDER.
It's Grant Green, first plate appearance for him. Came in defensively in the top of the inning for Pujols. Not sure why Albert was taken out of the game. An 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored for Pujols. Grant called up today as Dane De La Rosa was sent down. The other procedural move that was made today was the Angels activating Ian Stewart and optioning him to AAA Salt Lake. He had been on the DL. Rasmus on the left, Bourne on the right. Uniqueness about Ben Rowan on the mound is that most Submariners end up leaning towards the third base side. He almost comes like straight down the hill. Chopping short.
Like Chad Bradford used to be with Oakland.
Exactly. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Texas Rangers. They're tying the Halos in order. 6 complete, 7-1 Angels. Now it's time for the AT&T fan photo of the game. Remember to tweet us your photos using hashtag WestFanPhoto, and your photo could be used in an upcoming game broadcast. Arlene, we appreciate the old submission here via Twitter. Hashtag WestFanPhoto. Might have some down the road of the Cowboy hats here tonight.
You would think so,
right? Mike Moore takes over on the mound here to start the 7th inning. Jared Richards done after 6 innings. Michael pitching in his 22nd game, 0-1 record, a 1.21 ERA. He has been solid for the Halos and did not see action in that Cleveland series. Take that back, yes he did on Monday. 1 inning, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk.
And his changeup is one of the best you're going to see in the major leagues. Those are 2 different type of changeups. One to a right-handed batter that cuts, and then to a left-handed batter that sinks. Also will throw 90 to 94, and a good slider also.
He'll face 8, 9, and 1. Choice, Sardinas, and Martin. First one up and in. Choice 0 for 2. Drives this one out to right center field. That ball's hit well, and that is gone. A home run for Michael Choice the opposite way. His 8th of the year. Makes it 7-2 Angels.
Some impressive power going the other way.
Second home run allowed by Moore.
Challenging with a fastball. He stayed with it well, Choice did. Got his arms extended. And drives it out right center field. His 8th home run. Didn't take long for that baseball to get out.
No. 52nd home run hit by Texas this year. Second to last in the American League in that category. And Sardinas looks at a strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. Sardinas getting to start at second base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Youngster just 21 years of age, native of Venezuela. First time in the big leagues this year.
That one right off the mask of Chris Iannetta. I'll tell you what, that's some serious sound when you get that baseball right off the mask like that.
Ground ball toward the left side. It's going to be a tough play for Ibar. Barehands it, fires to first, and Green stays on the bag. They got him.
What a play. Now that is one of the better plays you're going to see from a shortstop. On the bare hand and a long throw. What a play. Nice job by Grant Green to keep that toe on the base also. But what a play. What range and what arm strength Eric Ibar has at that shortstop position.
Top of the order, and LEONYS Martin. Swings the first one, rolls it foul. Martin tonight 0 for 1. A ground down, a couple of walks. Picked up a stolen base, and he's also scored a run. Ground ball up the middle. Ibar can't handle it. Almost came up with it. And that's a base hit for LEONYS Martin. He's on board, and Morin will have to deal with him at first, with Andrews coming to the plate.
When Eric, the way he plays, he thinks he can make every single play. He almost was in position to make back-to-back outstanding ones.
Elvis Andrews with a couple of singles and a walk, 2 stolen bases and an RBI. Big lead for Martin over at first. A breaking ball for a strike. 6 hits for Texas. They've left 6 on base. They scored a run in the 3rd inning on the single by Andrews, scoring Martin from 3rd. Got one back here in the 7th on the choice leadoff home run. 8th of the season. No balls, 2 strikes. Beach balls come out of the warning track area out in right center field. So slight little delay here. 41,637 in the house tonight. I think everybody got a cowboy hat too.
Yeah. Lots of them in the stands.
Fastball got him looking. Down goes Andrews. 2 down.
Just off that outside corner, 94. Too close to take, though.
Yeah, Albus kind of knows how Mike Trout has felt tonight. They go hang with him. SHIN-SOO coming to the plate. It's been kind of an odd strike zone tonight for Chad Fairchild. Now that pitch right there earlier in the game wasn't being called a strike.
Yeah, that borderline low strike that hits the lower part of the strike zone according to our Fox tracks.
CHOO for 3. Couple of strikeouts and a ground out. It's a nice play that Kendrick made in the 5th inning. Pitches down in the dirt. Nice dig by Iannetta. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Good off speed pitch, 1 and 2.
don't have to go back-to-back change-ups. He's got a good enough one that he can do that.
Breaking pitch, pulled to right. No mistake up. Off speed. So Martin will advance to second. CHOO picks up his first hit of the evening. 2 on and 2 outs here, the 7th for Adrian Beltre. They got a guy that's at the plate that's been struggling with fastballs, and perhaps do him a favor with that changeup up.
Well, if you throw the changeup, you have to bounce it. If you elevate it, that becomes almost a BP type speed pitch for him. Now you have a dangerous hitter up now in Adrian Beltre.
Single his last time up. That was that ball that went off the glove of David Freese. 1 for 3. One-0 pitch. Good pitch there. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another one. 1 and 2. Martin at second and CHOO at first base. 7-2 Angels here in the 7th. Kevin Jepson now beginning to loosen in the bullpen. 19 pitches thrown by Mike. Angels in the bottom of the 7th have Hamilton, Kendrick, and Ibar due up. That Rowan has faced 4 batters. He's retired all 4, and that includes a couple of strikeouts. So with no action in the Rangers bullpen, figure he'll be coming back out. Two on the way. Swing and a miss. Down goes Beltre. Iannetta applies the tag. That'll do it for Texas here in the 7th. They do get a run on the choice home run, but the Angels still lead at 7-2. 2. Great crowd here tonight. Expecting another one tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's a 7 o'clock start as we take a look at our Honda upcoming schedule. And tomorrow on Fox Sports 1, Jared Weaver's on the hill going up against Nick Martinez.
We've impressive home numbers against Texas. 9-0 with an ERA 2.28 for Weaver against the Rangers here at the Big A. Overall, Weaver very good here at the Big A throughout his career.
Josh Hamilton, Howie Kendrick, and Eric Ibar for the Angels. Ben Rowan. 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. Josh with a couple of hits tonight. 2 for 2. 2 singles, an RBI, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Two and out.
Well, you have to really force yourself to stay back against Rowan. Very difficult. It's going below. A lot of his pitches below that hitting speed.
Back to the mound. 1 down. It'll bring up Howie. Kendrick 1 for 3, a double with a run scored in the 4th. Double for Howie, his 13th of the year. Eventually scored. And that was also on that throwing error by Brad SNYDER. Joe Saunders tonight at the start for Texas. 4 2/3. About 10 hits, including a home run to C.J. Cron. 7 runs, 4 earned. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Chopper over to first. SNYDER will take it himself. 2 down.
Well, you can see how difficult it is as a hitter to stay back. Hips flying open. You're trying to keep your hands back in the strike zone to be able to make good contact, but unable to do it against Rowan. Well, very difficult. He's already flying wide open, and he's almost, knuckles are almost hitting the dirt. But the speed of the pitch, difficult, especially for a right-handed batter to get a good read off out of his hand. You look out of the batter's eye, that's so low like that. Very difficult to track.
Bouncer back to the mound. Another 1-2-3 inning for Rowan. He's retired all 7 he has faced. We will head to the 8th with the Angels leading at 7-2. one-stop shop for your small business needs. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a fast free quote at mercuryinsurance.com today to see how much you can save. 7-2 Halos in the top of the 8th inning. Rios, SNYDER, and Chirinos due up for Texas. They'll be facing a new arm as Corey Rasmus is taking over on the mound for Michael Moore. Rasmus, so far this year, 2-0 record of 4.32 ERA. This will be his 8th big league game. 8 in the 3rd innings, 9 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks.
He could much the fastball up at 2, Rasmus. He can get up there 91 to 95 range. Good slider, very tight, good curveball, and a good changeup too. And the importance of throwing that first pitch strike for Corey. When he gets ahead of the count, he's got that swing and miss breaking ball. Really get through an inning.
Michael Moore denied 1 inning. 1 run, 3 hits, one of which was the Michael Choice home run. 2 strikeouts and no walks. Alex Rios, the right fielder, 1 for 3 tonight. Single and stole a base in the 4th. The other 2 times he's hit a fly ball to Trout. First one in for a strike. Rasmus last pitched on Sunday. They're going 1/3 of an inning. 1-1 now. Pitched twice in that series against Atlanta. Ground ball down the line, foul, just wide of the bag. Just 1-2.
And we are still quick on the fastball inside. We talked about it before, how he's changed his stance and where he holds his hands as an approach at the plate. A little quicker on fastballs in with the hands elevated like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost got to chase that breaking ball. Now the 3-2 and the walk. Leadoff man on board for Texas here in the 8th. Hey folks, on Wednesday, in association with Halfway to Christmas celebration, the Angels Baseball Foundation will be accepting pajamas and toys for the underprivileged youth in Orange County. For each donation, fans will receive a ticket voucher to an upcoming game. For more info, just log on at angels.com/community. Here's Brad SNYDER, first baseman, who's 0 for 3. SNYDER looks at the strike. Kevin Jepson back up and loosening now. Green playing in front of Rios at first base. Fouled back. Takes a big hack.
There's no question.
This one's ripped into right field. That's going to get down and go for extra bases. Rios on his way to third. He'll be stopped there as the throw goes to second. So leadoff walk followed by the double. 2 on and nobody out here in the 8th inning. Choice coming to the plate. Pardon me, Chirinos first, and then Choice. Choice is on deck. Just skipped ahead. Like Sosha's coming out. That looks like that's going to be it for Rasmus. Just a 6-man bullpen with De La Rosa being sent down before the game. And Rasmus unable to retire either of the 2 batters that he faces here in the 8th. So pitching change. Jimenez with nobody out here in the 8th for Texas. The Angels still on top 7-2. Kevin, the third reliever used by Sosha in what was once a 7-1 lead, 7-2 now. And a couple of men in scoring position here to start this 8th inning. Kevin, 33rd game, no record, a 2.84 ERA. Pitched yesterday, had 1 inning, had 1 strikeout and 1 walk. Pitched just once in that Cleveland series. Got into all 3 games against the Atlanta Braves. Big issue, aside from guys that have struggled as far as command is concerned in the Angels bullpen, is having someone out of the bullpen be able to go multiple innings, quick innings, and go multiple innings to eat up some of those frames in the back end of a game. Kind of like Ben Rowan has done for Texas, who's gone 2 1/3.
Yeah, you have to be able to get the job done when called upon.
Fouled back, Chirinos on that fastball. Oh, and 1. Well, the Rangers catchers 0 for 3 tonight. I was just saying that the potential here that you could use 4 relievers to finish off what was once a 7-1 game.
It's all about building confidence down in your bullpen. And you feed off of that. But you also, when it goes against you, the negative part of it, everyone always worries about doing bad instead of thinking in terms of doing well.
No balls, 2 strikes. Time was called at the plate. Leadoff walk to Rios. SNYDER with a double into the right field corner. One ball, 2 strikes. Garrett Richards, 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. Michael Bourne, 1 inning, 1 run. Rasmus, 2 batters, 1 hit, 1 walk. One, 2. Breaking pitch, tapped it foul. Count remains at 1-2.
Ran a fastball in.
One, 2 again. Slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rios at third, Snyder at second. 2-2. This low, full count.
And this pitch, see if it gets the bottom part of the strike zone, and it does. It has not been called the whole game.
And another 3-2 count. We've seen a lot of those tonight. Bouncer off the body. Long little battle here between Jepson and Chirinos. Choice on deck. He homered last inning. Kevin unable to just put away Chirinos. Very good hacks against the fastball.
It's almost as if he's seeing the baseball extremely well, like he knows what pitch is coming.
Chopper back up the middle. Ibar to his left has it. Gets rid of it quickly. Low throw dug out by Green. 1 out as the run comes across.
A nice play by Ibar. Nice play by Grant Green. Getting that experience at first base tonight. Able to smile after picking that low throw.
Chirinos picks up the RBIs, 21st of the year. First out recorded here in the 8th. Man at third down. Here's Choice, left fielder. Homer against Moore, leading off the 7th. 8th home run, 27th run batted in. Oh, and 1. SNYDER picking up the double, the second major league double, standing at third base. One. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, his slider tonight for Kevin Jep's a lot different than what we've seen. He's getting around that slider, never really giving an opportunity for the hitter to swing at it or chase it.
Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one had some pretty good late action to it. Now the 2-2. Choice fouls it back. He's not fooled many, although this is just his second batter, many swings on that fastball.
And it's firm, the fastball, too. They're seeing the ball extremely well out of Kevin Jepson's hand, which is unusual.
Full count.
Well, like we showed earlier with Garrett Richards keeping that front shoulder in on his slider, Kevin Jepson, that front shoulder is flying wide open on his slider. Very difficult to throw that for a strike. When you open up your shoulder so fast, you have to try to stay tucked in, almost like you're a hitter, staying inside the baseball. Same thing as a pitcher. You keep that front shoulder in long enough to allow your arm to be in that proper slot to throw a good slider.
There's the payoff. He walked it. So runners at the corners with 1 out. Mike Butcher's going to come out, pay a visit. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Looks like Rougned Odor. Odor will pinch hit here for Sardinas, who ends the game going 0 for 3. Left-handed batter, 32nd game, hitting .302. 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in as a pinch hitter, 1 for 2. Highly talented prospect that many have been waiting for. 20 years of age, native of Venezuela. First taste of big league life. Does not get cheated in his hacks.
No, he's got 3 home runs, 3 doubles, and 3 triples.
Rangers minor league player of the year last year. At .305 last year, 41 doubles, 11 home runs, 78 runs batted in as he takes outside. Those numbers between A-ball and Double-A last season. Choice over at first base. SNYDER at third. And that one got Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire.
Waiting to mask and shoulder.
You saw by that swing too by Odor. Does not get cheated.
Was able to shake that off pretty quickly, but that was some serious sound off the shoulder and mask.
One ball, one strike. Freese playing in over at third base. 1-1 pitch. Reaching for this one. Ibar has it near the bag. Touches the base. Fires to first. Got him. Inning double play.
Great decision by Jepson. Let that ball go through. That's knowing where you're at on the mound. Let that ball ground ball right to Ibar to be able to complete a 6-3 double play.
Jepson breathe a little bit easier after getting that double play ball.
Boy, this was perfect technique by Jepson. Brought the glove back, knowing where his shortstop is going to be located. Easier play to be able to turn two by letting that baseball go to Eric Ibar. You'll be able to see right here, moving the glove away and then allowing Eric Ibar to be there to step on the base with that strong throwing arm to complete a double play. He feels that. There's no way they get a double play out of it.
And a routine double play, I don't think you can turn on Odor with his speed.
No, I mean, you have to have the momentum going with a shortstop with an arm like Eric Ibar has.
Odor stays in the game, and he's at second base.
Well done by Kevin Jepson.
Crone lines one and off the glove of Andrews, and it'll go as a base hit. So C.J. Crone with his second hit of the ball game. This one against the righty, and he is 2 for 4.
Leaps up just off the side of the glove by Andrews. Very athletic shortstop. Both shortstops have very good throwing arms.
There's David Freese. A couple of hits for him tonight. 2 for 3 with 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. They sit by Crone, the 11th hit for the Angels this evening. And the first batter to reach, it's Ben Rowan. It faced 7 and retired all 7 with a couple of strikeouts. Foul back on the breaking ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Joe Smith now getting ready for the Angels. So they will have to go out to the bullpen once again. Rasmus got charged with that run in the 8th inning.
Rowan running that little two-seam fastball in on the hands of Freese. Freese had some good at-bats. Good swings against Joe Saunders looking away. And she got a base hit on something on the inner half of the plate by Andrews and Beltre. 2 hits, 2 RBI.
Called strike 3. Freese goes down looking. 1 down.
There's a fastball back inside, lower part of the strike zone, and called. Hitting that bottom part, or in our Fox track.
Chris Yanetta tonight 1 for 3. Picked up a single in the 4th. .28 pitches thrown by Rowan. 22 have been strikes. Chopper off the plate towards Andrews. Waits for it, fires to first. Low throw, SNYDER digs it out. They got the out. Nice play by SNYDER at first.
That's not an easy hop. That's one of those short hops for the first baseman. He has to hurry to throw, the low throw. Good pick at first. Again, Yanetta by a half a step.
Collin COWGILL at the play with 2 outs to the man in scoring position. 2 for 4 game for Collin. Double, a single. Fly ball to left and a strikeout. Trout on deck, and should this inning end here, as Texas mounts to come back in the 9th inning. Mike Trout's hitting streak would be snapped at 13 games. COWGILL ready to go, as is Chirinos. Oh, and 2.
You see a lot of those swings out in front against Rowan.
Well, that strikeout that COWGILL had in the 6th inning was against Rowan. So even after seeing him one time, still is getting some odder defensive type swings.
Yeah, he really forces his arm down even more so on a fastball, keeps the chest lower. Slider, he'll elevate the upper part of his body to be able to create that sweeping action on a slider.
Foul back.
And that's your only chance you can see as a hitter. Once he goes in a slider, that was a slider there. Because you have to have that wrist action that forces your upper part of your body, your chest action, to be able to elevate enough where you can throw the slider.
Moves that fastball well, both on the inside part of the plate and away.
Exactly. Boy, 32 pitches thrown and 6 out of the strike zone.
Ground ball toward the hole. Andrews, jump throw to first base. SNYDER again digs it out. What a play by Elvis Andrews and Brad SNYDER. Mike Scioscia, however, is going to come out and talk it over with Vic Carapazza, the first base umpire, so we might get a review on this.
What a play by Andrews and a strong throw. Wow, that's really close once again.
And no review from Mike Scioscia. So that'll do it for the Halos. We'll head to the 9th. Angels still lead it. Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Top of the ninth here at the Big A, 7-3. Angels lead the Texas Rangers, first of three. Stick around after the last out. Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, Kent French, Alex Curry. We'll break it all down for you. John McDonald is the new third baseman, taking over for David Freese. And Joe Smith has been brought in the Angels bullpen to finish this one off.
8 walks, 31 strikeouts, and 29 in the third innings pitched for Joe Smith. Tell you what, Vic Carapaz's did a nice job at first base umpiring. There were a lot of close plays, but he was on money on all of them.
Yep.
A lot of times we'll talk about umpires making sometimes not the right decision, but Carapaz was excellent in this entire game.
One, 2, and 3 for Texas. Martin, Andrus, and CHOO. First one in for a strike. A little breaking pitch up and in on Martin. He's 1 for 2 today. A single in the 7th inning. He's also drawn 2 walks and stolen a base. Scored the Rangers' first run back in the 3rd. Swinging away. Down goes Martin. 1 down.
Well, that's what I like when you see coming out of the bullpen. Just attacking a hitter right away, and that's what Joe Smith did. 3 pitches, gets a punch out. Good angle. Slider. Outside part of the plate. Very difficult to make contact with.
Here's Elvis Andrus, 1 out. Chopper, third base side, rolls foul. And in case you're wondering, Albert Pujols, we haven't heard if there was something wrong with him that came out of the game in the 6th inning. But no word has been passed along to us, so we just assumed that at that point it was a 7-1 game. That
give him a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Tagged up on that one from 2nd to 3rd and eventually scored on a base hit by Hamilton. Didn't look like there was any discomfort at all at that point.
No. Might be something that Mike Scioscia addresses after the game. If so, Angels Live will have it. 1 and 2. Couple of hits tonight for Elvis Andrus, 2 for 3.
Patrick O'Neill in the building. Jose Mota.
Good of him to join us here in the baseball season. Breaking ball just missed.
Been a busy man.
Yes, he has. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He and Ken French got along just dandy.
He did.
Pre-game show. See what happens in the post. Fouled off. So still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tampa foul. $41,637 here in this opening game of the 6-game homestand. 7 o'clock start tomorrow. Jed Weaver on the hill. It's Nick Martinez. That game will be on Fox Sports 1. And Sunday night is Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN. 2-2. Full count. Shin-SOO CHOO on deck. Joe's got it. 2 down.
Landing in good fielding position. Smith makes a nice play on that ground ball back up the middle by Andrews.
So the Halos 1 out away of picking up the first one of this 3-game set. They're their 39th win of the season. And they would remain 6 back. Oakland defeated Boston tonight 4-3. CHOO, a swing and a miss. Shin-SOO CHOO, 1 for 4 tonight. Batting the 3-hole, serving as the DH for Ron Washington. Solo run in the 3rd. A 3-run inning in the 4th, helped out by the SNYDER error, and a 3-run inning in the 5th for the Angels. Garrett Richards would be picking up the victory. He is 7th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes CHOO. Light that baby up as the Angels take the first one against Texas. 7-3 the final.
When Joe Smith did a nice job, Kevin Jepson the same thing. Garrett Richards, 6 very good innings. Eric Ibar once again with the glove and with the bat, an RBI single. Howie had a good game himself. Josh Hamilton, C.J. Cron with the home run that tied it up, had a couple hits himself. Well-balanced offense. Didn't get any hits out of Mike Trout or Albert Pujols, but still able to win the game, get 11 hits. Important, both scored runs, Pujols and Trout, but coming back home after that tough loss yesterday in Cleveland. Well-played game, another solid defensive game by the Halos tonight. They win this one 7-3. Garrett Richards improves to 7-2. Joe Saunders falls to 0-3.
Eric Ibar had a fantastic defensive game. Elvis Andrews had a couple of fantastic plays for the Texas Rangers. It was nice for the Angels kind of come back home. The last homestand, remember, won 5 of 6. That was after a very, very difficult road trip. So they start off the homestand this time with a nice victory.
13-4 in the last 17 here at the Big A.
Continue to play good baseball here at the Big A. So the Angels win this one by the final of 7-3. Wait for our post-game interview. Ken French is down on the field there. David Freese had a couple of hits tonight, couple of runs batted in.
The cult of personality.
That's it. Let's send it down to Ken French.
Victor, very much. We're with David Freese down here on the field. Big win here to start off this homestand. How can you use a win like tonight to really set the tone for the next 6 games?
Yeah, you just keep moving forward, and it's always nice to come home, get in your own bed, and then come out to the yard and get a W. Lost a tough one yesterday, but everyone got a good night's sleep and came out tonight and got it done.
2 RBI singles for you tonight, 1 to right center field. Is hitting the ball the other way something you've been working on?
That's the question, huh? That always comes up when I spray balls the other way. But it's just about using the whole field, staying within yourself, and just trying to get it done.
Got a guy like Garrett Richards on the hill. He's got 3 wins, his last 4 starts. Every time this guy takes the mound, do you guys think you're going to get a W?
Yeah, absolutely. We believe in our staff. We believe in our bullpen. When G takes the ball, it's nice to see. He's got that confidence. He pumps heaters, and he's got that secondary pitches to help him out. But he's a warrior. He got to 100 pitches pretty quick tonight, but gave us some strong innings.
David, appreciate the time. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, David Freese, our guest. Your Halos come away with a big 7-3 win to kick off this 6-game homestand at the Big A. Don't forget Angels Live with Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota coming up right after the break.